Hey everybody, today we are on Campbell Road in Dallas, Texas, and we're going to go to the famous Campisis. There are 6 or 7 locations around Dallas, and if you haven't been there, you are missing out. It's amazing, and stay tuned.
It is fancy.
It is fancy also.
Hi, how are you? Good. Okay. So we need a Joe Special garlic toast and baked provolone. We need, what size do you want to do for the?
Pizza's really good. So we got the veggie pizza today, but as always, we're gonna do the pepperoni pizza, and this one is very thin crust.
But I gotta say something.
Tell me something.
Here, their veggie pizza is delicious.
Delicious. That's really good. Now I will tell you that this pizza will go really fast. It's really good, and we can't wait to review it for you.
In. Probably the only vegetables our child eats in a week.
Hey everybody.
Hi.
Okay, so we're gonna do our quick wrap up where we do our 10 items and we rate them 1 to 5. First of all is location. This particular location is a pretty busy area. It's not too hard to see, not too far away from 2 major highways. There are multiple locations. Some of them are easier to get to than others, but we're just going to do this one since that's where we're at today.
Mom,
And
can you please move the menu?
Okay, sorry.
I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4 because I think it's just fine.
Location?
Yes,
4.
buddy.
5.
5. Okay,
It's a lot easier for someone who doesn't have to drive
true.
to give it a 5.
I agree. So yes, when you're being chauffeured everywhere. Next is ambiance. What did we think about the inside? Did we like the decor? Things of that nature.
Okay, as far as ambiance goes, I think that they have it like dark and trying to make it look swanky and that sort of vibe in there, but they have soccer going on the TV and that doesn't quite all jive together for me.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be that fussy inside, that fancy, that bougie.
That bougie?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think if it is that bougie, they need to get rid of the soccer.
It's either one or the other.
And maybe put on some like background music or something like that.
Yep, some Rat Pack music or something.
Yeah, because they did have like old school like Italian mob type pictures and
They
stuff on
do,
the wall.
yes, most definitely.
And that's in all of them, not just this one. And some of them are different. Like the old school Campisis have the big red booths.
The booth?
The booths.
The
The
booths.
booths.
Well, and even...
Or like the big circle ones where you got to circle all the way around it.
Right, but the other one in Plano is dark and
Yeah.
trying, white tablecloth, trying to make it fancier.
Yeah.
So, this one seems to be confused.
This one's confused. Okay.
But like you said, the black and white mob pictures are in all of them. So,
So what do you get? 1 to 5?
4?
4.
3.5? 3.5. I feel better about 3.5.
Buddy, what do you think?
4.5.
4.5. What did you love about it? The chandeliers?
Just like the chandeliers and it kind of. I just like the black and kind of.
Well, I tell you what, it's lunchtime and it's not dinner time, and I thought that place was really dark. And it was really cold.
I like the cold. I'm happy with the
I
cold.
was really cold.
I do not like sweating when I'm trying to eat a meal.
Agreed. I'm going to give it a 3.52 as well.
All right.
Not 3.52.
Oh.
3.5 as well.
I'm so glad you clarified.
Okay, wait time for the pizza. I thought it was reasonable.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been worse, but frankly, we were basically the only ones in there. So
I felt like didn't feel like it took very long.
No.
And the fact that they made a point to get the appetizer, the garlic cheesy bread first and to us,
Yep.
that made the wait time seem even shorter.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, buddy?
3.5.
3.5 on the wait time. Wife?
The wait time, I think a 4.
I'm going to give it a 4 as well. Let's do the options.
Options, okay.
They have lots of different stuff, and
They have crab claw.
crab claw, interesting, right?
That's supposed to be really good.
It's supposed to be excellent. I don't know. I've never had it.
I haven't either. I think are we talking about pizza? Or are we talking about the whole?
Just in general.
I would say that yes, they have a very nice selection.
I'm going to go ahead and give it 4.5.
Yes.
I'm giving it a 4.5.
At least, yes. And I forgot how many of the things on this menu I really like.
Right.
And so
Yep.
that's saying something.
All right, buddy. What do you think?
Second 5 of the night.
5er. What about you?
What did you give it? A 4.5?
I gave it a 4.5, but you can give it a 5. You don't have to do what I do.
I think a 4.5 is good.
Okay. All right. The wait staff, the waiters.
Well, this one doesn't really have waiters.
True.
You order at the counter. Sorry, not the calendar. You order at the counter.
They do bring it to you.
And they did bring it to us, which is nice.
Yes, and they brought us fresh plates and stuff.
Yes.
Even though you kind of asked for them.
Well,
Well,
he asked when he was going by, and I happened to be standing there.
I'm going to give it a 4 because I thought it was just fine. It's not really a sit-down waiter type of restaurant.
Right.
But some of them are.
Yes, the one in Plano is.
This one is not.
This one is not.
The one in downtown is, and the one off of Mockingbird is also a sit-down.
Gotcha. 4.
4.
4.
4. And I would also like to note, speaking of the ones that are in downtown Dallas, the one specifically in downtown Dallas used to have an awesome brunch
Or
a
happy
happy
meal.
hour.
Happy meal.
Not a happy meal. Happy hour during the work week
Yes.
where they had free pizza as long as you're drinking booze.
As long as you're boozing.
And when you're drinking booze, you can eat a lot of pizza.
And I think that this one doesn't even have booze. So look, booze.
Booze for the booths. The booths.
I saw the wine glasses, but I didn't see
It might be
any
BYO,
wine.
but I didn't see it. All right. Now to the actual pizza itself. The pepperoni. How are we rating the pepperoni?
5.
5.
So far that we've had, this is by far the best pizza.
Buddy?
I told myself that this was going to be a 5, but I'm kind of... on
Talking
the
to yourself. Okay, what is it?
4.
4.5. I'm not giving it a 5. I'm actually...
You were disappointed?
I'm going to give it a 3.
Really?
I didn't think the pepperoni had much flavor. It was there. You could taste it. But it wasn't like, ooh, that's a good pepperoni.
I see what you're saying, but again, they haven't always had pepperoni on their menu.
Not what we're voting for.
Okay.
Just because they didn't used to have it and now they do.
I thought it was delicious.
Well, I'm glad. Okay, cheese.
Well, did the boy answer
He
on
did.
that
He
one?
gave it a 4.5.
Okay. Cheese? Yeah, that's good. I don't know. I like that it didn't completely alter. You take a bite and you get slapped in the face with the molten cheese.
Yep.
That didn't happen.
And it wasn't very greasy.
This is true.
They do not have a greasy pizza.
Which is nice.
Yep.
So
4.
4 from the boy.
I was like, what? We've just been talking about it. What are we on? Cheese. I thought it was good. 4.
I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Okay.
Sauce. It's not a saucy pie.
It's not a saucy pie, and it was different sauce than what they brought with the cheesy garlic bread.
True.
But I enjoyed it. I liked it. So I'm going to give that a 4.5.
Buddy?
3.5.
3.5. A very calm and mellow 3.5.
I'm going to give it just a 3.
Okay.
I felt like it wasn't a saucy pie, so sauce wasn't really part of it. It was almost...
But
It was not that it was an afterthought, but it just isn't supposed to be the main flavor profile.
Right. It wasn't. I didn't think.
Okay, crust. It's all thin crust.
Mm-hmm.
Super thin crust, actually.
Mm-hmm.
They do the funny cuts, the long cuts.
Mm-hmm.
I
I like the crust. Something to be said about that is each of us ate all of the piece. We didn't eat to the crust and put it down.
True. Well, there isn't much else outside. Like, it's like the toppings and then just a sliver of crust.
I thought the crust was just fine. I will give it a 4.
4, buddy.
4.5. I thought it was a little crunchy.
4.5. I'm going to give it a 4 as well because I felt like some of mine, and it's always been like that. It's not just today. It's almost like
They have like flour.
floury. It's like a floury taste. I don't always care for that.
And that's the trying to get it not to stick to things when they're doing it. But
I get
yes.
it. Okay, last one is the bang for your buck. The large pepperoni pie we figured out was like $16, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not. I mean, it's their large pie is not a typical large pizza, right?
True.
It is still much smaller. And it's not going to fill you up as much because I think the large pies for normal places have thicker,
More crust.
more crust, and maybe more toppings, and so it fills you up faster. Campisis is going to cost you twice as much to fill up, I think. So bang for buck, $16 for a large, I think is a little expensive because I can eat one of those by myself. So I'm going to give it a 3.5.
I'm going to go 4.
Okay, buddy.
Bang for the buck.
You're gonna go with 3.5. All right.
There's another one that we didn't grade.
What did I grade?
We didn't grade pepperoni, did we?
Yes, we did.
I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
Pepperoni, you gave it a 4.5. Mommy gave it a 5. I gave it a 3.
We don't have to always have the same.
We don't always have to have the same. That's why we're getting 3 opinions. Because we're different people.
And that's a good thing.
Yep. So I will do the calculations and share with everybody the final.
Also, I will do it in the car while you are driving.
Oh, mathtastic. Thanks for watching. It was but overall,
Subscribe and comment.
comment. But overall, it's a pretty good pie.
It is a really good pie.
Yep.
And like you said, you do eat it all.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like one of those things where you're going to have to go take a bunch of stuff home or all of that.
This is true. All right, on to our next adventure.
Campisis in Dallas, Texas scores 120.5 pepperonis out of 150. It moves to first place on our leaderboard.